With the countdown towards the 2027 general election gathering pace, the Labour Party is still immersed in a crisis of immense dimensions and may go into those elections having squandered much of the significant gains it made from the last one held in 2023. Already, a few lawmakers elected on its platform have defected to other political parties, citing intra-party crisis, and many others are projected to jump ship on the short term if it fails to put its house in order. Well, we are now being joined by Abayomi Arabambi, who is the factional National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, to discuss calls for electoral reforms ahead of the 2027 general election, crisis within the Labour Party, and rumours of imminent merger involving the party, and why he recently visited Peter Obi, with who his own faction has been at daggers drawn. Well, good to have you on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, let's start with your visit to Peter Obi. Can you tell us, what were the key discussions held during the meeting? What prompted that visit?
Well, thank you very much. It's just about, certain individuals who are very happy, concerning the crisis we have in our party. And I think Nigeria are now beginning to see those who claim to be Obi-centric prior to the 2023 election, but who are now jumping ship, to APC. However, we have always been alerting the general public about, the clandestine move of most of these people, that they are not really, our member. They don't have the love of the party in their heart, other than they came actually to just seek a position, and when they failed to get it, they just decided to hide under the crisis, in the Labour Party, to now jump ship to APC. At the two of them, you can see we have Kenneth Okonkwo, and we have Valentine Sosibo. These are the people who said they are Obi-centric. But if you look at their principle, it's in Labour Party even up to today. But they, for instance, been known to them because they wanted to take, the highest meat in the pot, which people tell them, no, you need to wait for your turn. And that's why they defected. It was not because of, any crisis. Because as far as we are concerned in Labour Party, when you are submitted yourself to judicial process, you need to wait until the end. That is how we can tell Nigerians that we are different when we are in government. So it was in the course of this that, I met with Mr. Peter Obi to discuss, things that went wrong. He saw some things that was wrong. We also saw some things that were wrong. And we just decided that, okay, we need to meet in the middle. And part of what we complained about was that we have a lot of people just came into the party then to come and tell us, because we are from PDP or APC, then we are the king of the jungle. But we let them understand that, no, you are not the king of the jungle. We have to play by the rules. So that's why I met him, because actually, this crisis started from our hand. But because of the new Nigeria, that we believe it is possible, because of the current state of economic, conundrum, we believe that we have to close rank. If not, if we should allow the present administration to exceed, beyond 2027, all of us, might have something to regret about. That was the purpose of that meeting, to tell them that, okay, all of us, let's work together, and we also agree. And for me to tell Nigeria, he actually put a call through to Alhaji Apapa that day, He apologizes to him. Baba also, talked back to him that, okay, we will meet. I know he traveled out. He might be back now. Once he come back, all of us are going to hold a unity meeting with Apapa, with Mr. Julius Abure, the chairman, the secretary. All of us we are going to hold a unity meeting to send a signal to the ruling party in 2027, who have been boasting that there is no vacancy in Aso Rock. We will tell them that there is vacancy in Aso Rock when the time comes, as we are prepared to present Obi to challenge the current status quo of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027.
Well, listen, this is great news to hear, because we've had you on this show a couple of times, and the discussions around Peter Obi were not that flowery, but it's good to know that the key characters have all come to, or plan to sit down and have some kind of reconciliation, because they understand the stakes of the next election and the stakes that the party is in. Unfortunately, some other parties are unable to do so, but hey, well done for Labour Party. But what role do you see Peter Obi playing in the Labour Party moving forward? How do you plan to work with him? What are the current talks of any mergers so to speak? Are there any key parties involved in any talks of mergers? Give us an idea of what's going on there.
Well, our president candidate is not thinking about merging Labour Party with any other party.
Okay.
That would be very, very impossible. What we are thinking is about collaboration. But the major factor, is this. He will still represent our party in 2027 to face Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because if you look at the last election, we have a lot of issues, even from the INEC, that made us, to come that third. Within that space of, 7-8 months, we are able to pull over 6 million votes. We will now be playing to the gallery if you say we now want to be shopping for another presidential candidate. So as we believe now, the point remains, who is the best, who is our number 9 that could score the goal for us. That number 9 remains Peter Obi, and this assertion has been echoed, confirmed by even the national chairman, regarding the issue of presidential candidate in 2027, that we will still put forward Mr. Peter Obi to challenge the APC, because that is the only person. We won't be able to talk about PDP because we know the crisis in PDP, they may not even be able to present candidates in 2027, but we are prepared. And that's why we close rank within ourselves now. Let us forge ahead. He will still lead the pack. He's going to be a presidential candidate in 2027, so that APC, who are saying there are no vacancy, probably that message for PDP is not for Labour Party. We are letting them know that enough of the crisis, the division they have caused within our party, it's enough. We are now together, unity of purpose, with Julius Abure, Mr. Peter Obi, Nenedi Usman, every one of us, the NSC, the TUC, we are all coming together as a strong force in 2027 to challenge the present administration. And God willing, we might have our way so that we can provide a new leadership for Nigerians.
So I'm wondering what role, external stakeholders such as the NLC will be playing in supporting the Labour Party's efforts, to resolve its crisis and, of course, re-strategize for 2027.
Yeah, it's also part of what we discussed, we are going to, have an all-inclusive meeting now in Abuja that will involve, the chairman, the secretary, the NSC, the TUC, and Mr. Peter Obi, and other, stakeholder. There is no political crisis that cannot be resolved. Look at what happened even in Lagos APC. The president called them, even though, a lot of things are, happen on the ground, which all of us know, but they came out to say, oh, it's a family affair, and the president summoned them to Abuja that, look, let us cheat ourselves. You know why he did that? Because he knew they would lose Lagos. He knew that Lagos State is for them to lose in 2027. So he doesn't even want to play another wrong card. That's why he called the assembly come. So in our own part, the NSC, the TUC, we are all working together. We are discussing heavily now, around after that my meeting with Mr. Peter Obi, that it is necessary for all of us to come together. If we are going to change the status quo, if power must change at the 2027, then all of us, must come together. We have to drop our individual differences, come together and work as a team to make sure we put forward our best leg, which is Mr. Peter Obi as our number 9 striker, that will be able to score not less than maybe 20-25 million goals, vote for us in 2027 to defeat Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC.
And how do you address some of the party members who might not be so excited about this reconciliation, so to speak? They might be skeptical about the sincerity of this reconciliation, given the past disagreements. What steps are being made to ensure that this renewed relationship is sustainable?
Well, most of them will also be part of the meeting. Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments on my Twitter handle, but later all of them now began to, to fall in to see that actually it is real. What we came to discuss with Mr. Peter Obi is real, because there is no way. Most of them are saying, oh, Mr. Peter Obi, go and join this, go and join that. There is no way between now and January, we are going to start our congresses. Nobody in the like of Peter Obi will now go to some villages and be telling them, this is not my logo, this is my logo. That means it is a sure bet, it's a sure goal for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC. But if we are able to come together, they know that we have the capacity. And APC is very well aware that it's only Labour Party, it's only Mr. Peter Obi that have the capacity to challenge them in 2027. There is no other party as far as we are concerned. Most of the other, political headers, moving around there, we are not part of, but we are open to collaboration, because it is impossible for us to submit the certificate of Labour Party for merger, it is impossible because of the the kind of ownership and the people involved. And it is impossible for us to now, dissociate ourselves from our logo to say we want to go and now join, another party or maybe a merger for a new party between now and February when we are going to start the electoral process. So we are open to collaboration with people that will come and support us. So that, especially PDP, I expect them to, the judge chiefs support Labour Party for us to dislodge Achiuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. I expect PDP to support us.
Mr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.